Hello, everyone. Welcome to Built and Deployed. My name is Henri Beaino. I lead a team of cloud architects here, part of the North America Cloud Engineering Organization. And I welcome here with me Philip Griffiths from Net Foundry. Hello, Philip.
Very pleasure to be here with you.
Okay, Philip, could you please maybe tell us a little bit more about Net Foundry and what your company does and how you guys go to market with your customer base, and maybe a little bit about yourself as well.
Yeah, thanks. So Philip Griffiths, been with Net Foundry for 3 years. My current role is running global business development. So really kind of tip of the spear of the sales organization to find interesting customer problems, including working with Oracle. We created our platform to really bring to networking and security a lot of the Gen 2 principles of Oracle Cloud around security by design and autonomous by design, and really to functionally solve the problem of how do you take away the challenge of networking? How do you take around the challenge of security? And we do that by effectively bringing it from a developer perspective, having the ability to embed directly into any app or any device or any site, deploy into your Oracle VCN from the marketplace, and therefore to be able to spin up connectivity in minutes, which can connect anything to anything with very little training or skills, to make sure that connectivity is private, zero trust, unaddressable on the public internet. So you're really making it more secure than a VPN or even a fast connect to that extent, and really then bring in cloud-based economics to that connectivity. So it's consumption-based and with automation to reduce the overhead of the operational team.
All right, great. Looking at your architecture diagram here, Philip, it seems like the value of zero trust private network goes way beyond any single cloud or data center. Could you tell us a little bit about the value you guys bring to market around multi-cloud connectivity for customers, and certainly for Oracle customers specifically?
Yeah, it's a very interesting area. A lot of people at the moment, say, oh, multi-cloud, it's so difficult because of the network, because of the security. You can't always get VPNs to interact between different clouds. You have to provide different backbone architectures to get them working. But fundamentally, when you embed identity-based private connectivity into the host or into the application itself, the whole concept of networking east, south, north, west, it becomes irrelevant because you're building a overlay between the applications so that they can connect anywhere to anywhere. There's 3 conceptual components to Net Foundry. We have the edge, which you can see with all of the there's kind of like a blue red faded icon. It's very 80s from our design team. It's got like a little Z on it. Those are endpoints that can deploy into the application or deploy into the host, and that edge provides the zero trust entry point to the network where we do the authorization, the authentication, the encryption, etc. And then we have the routers, which are either the edge routers, the red ones, which deploy in your VCN or your other LAN environment or onto your rover. Or we have the ones in the fabric, which are the colorful ones with the R in the middle. And effectively, the fabric acts as our scalable, pluggable, geoscale routing mesh overlay network, so that we're able to connect all of those resources, but to use smart routing, to use dynamic healing, to introduce concepts like TCP optimization. And then the last component is the icon in the middle at the top, which is effectively the Net Foundry automation orchestration engine, where we abstract away all that complexity of having to deploy this for our customers. So effectively they get almost like intent-based networking. I put a policy in and it gets executed for me. I have pre-built APIs, I have monitoring, I have the backbone, I'm able to bring modules for infrastructure as code or DevOps, so that we're able to connect anything anywhere. To your point, it could be multi-cloud, it could be edge to cloud, it could be machine to cloud, it could be a user coming in from their laptop or their mobile phone or their browser and connecting into those applications. Fundamentally, it's the ability to simply and securely connect everything everywhere.
Great. I see the value here, obviously, in a world where edge computing is gaining momentum and trending. And certainly with Oracle Rover Appliance, I see the value here of having the ability to privately connect over the zero trust network without the necessity of working with network service providers, so working over the internet. That's great. I had a question, Philip, you guys have used multiple clouds, obviously, and you connect with all data centers. What value did you specifically find in the Oracle OCI platform that you would say is truly differentiated to and brings value to your solution?
Yeah, there's a few very good examples. One of them being the speed of deployment. When we create one of our components into Oracle Cloud, it takes approximately 3 minutes. From many of your competitors, it's around 8 minutes. So the ability to actually provision resources quicker, to have a more responsive approach is great. The other one is that we found the backbone to be very performant. When you're connecting from one region to another, you're able to get a very consistent connectivity. That fabric is doing a lot of monitoring and polling of different locations, connecting to different locations. And from some of the other providers, you see a large standard deviation on the latency, for example, in one region, which it means, hey, it could be a reduction, but it could be an increase. It's less consistent. Every measurement we see on Oracle is really consistent, which means you've got really great internet connectivity between those locations and the backbone that you've built. The other one is that then, in terms of Oracle Cloud, it's been architected from the ground up to support architectures where network egress shouldn't be a large cost component for customers. It's not a profit center for Oracle Cloud. And whether people realize it or not, egress and network charges are the largest hidden cost of cloud connectivity. And so not only are customers able to benefit from that, but then similarly, the way in which Oracle Cloud is architected means that from our perspective, we can say to customers, you no longer have an egress charge. And today there's only one way to do that, is to deploy a fast connect, but fast connect can't connect everywhere because there's many use cases that you can't deploy a telco MPLS connectivity to. But with Net Foundry, we can take that paradigm of having no charge on the egress, just to your internet connectivity, and connect it to absolutely everywhere.
That's great. And looking at your autonomous use case, as you mentioned, with the Oracle Autonomous Database in the cloud and the connectivity securely over your zero trust network via the private endpoint, it seems like there's great value for a lot of our customers. Many of our customers use our Exadata powered high performance database platform, but they need to connect to it from various tools and client applications resident in different data centers. So this solution I could see value in providing that privacy in terms of the connectivity and the security over the network. So great use case there. Well, thank you, Philip. This has been a great session, a very educational on the use cases you guys support for our joint customers. I really want to thank you for your participation. And this will conclude our session for the Build and Deploy for today, and looking forward to the next one. Thank you so much.